Right, I've not made a new video for some time, so I decided, let's just do another one of those story time video things. So I thought, yeah, let's do it. So this is a real life story about me. So back in Sheffield, I was going to a client of mine. This was like back in 2014, and before I came across this lovely fountain that looked like this. Right, there was this guy who approached me, and he was like saying, and by the way, he was in like a blazer suit, so he didn't look like a hobo or anything like that. Well, homeless person, but yeah, you know. And it's where he was like saying, "Oh, can you tell me what your name is?" And then I thought, right, I'm not telling him my real name, so I just thought, Malcolm. Yeah, that's a good name. So I just said Malcolm, and they said, "Oh, okay, Malcolm." And I thought, he actually took that? And then he said, "Okay, sorry for being cheeky, but can you tell me what your age is?" So I thought, right, I'm not, right, this guy's already weird, so I didn't tell him my real age, so I just said 21. And then he said, "Oh, sorry, you're too young to be able to do this." Well, that's your fault for asking me what my age is and what my name is, so it's your own fault that you couldn't recruit me into whatever it was. So that was thing number one. So thing number two is a similar thing happened, right? And it's where this time it was in my own hometown in North Yorkshire. I won't say exactly where it is, but it's where there was another guy who was like saying, "Oh, what's your name?" and stuff, but he was actually wearing like one of those uniforms. It was a company, I can't remember which company it was, but he was wearing one of those sort of uniforms, and he said, "Oh, what's your name?" And then I thought, right, to say Malcolm again, and I said, "Oh, my name's Malcolm." And then he said, "Okay, Malcolm, so we have like these kids who, you know, who doesn't have enough money to actually go on a bus and go to school and stuff like that." I'm like thinking, this isn't charity like at all. He's trying to do it in a name of charity, yes, because kids who can't walk or cycle to work is really bad. So I just said, "Oh, just ask someone else." And then there was a third time, but this one was back in 2012, so it was before the other two things happened, two events, and it is where there was this weird guy who kept coming over to people, including me, and said, "Oh, here mate, you have 50p so I can go home." And by the way, he was holding onto a cigarette stick, so I was like thinking, yeah, that's what you're gonna be wasting your money on. So I just said no, and then and also I just said, "Oh, you may as well ask someone else." He said, "Oh, are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes." So I thought, yeah, these weird people don't tell them what your real name is, especially if they're not telling you what their name is. So I just thought. The thing is though, that none of them looked homeless at all. But the guy with the cigarette looked a bit weird, but he was like a university student, but he was like smoking, he was like holding onto a cigarette stick, so it just made it obvious he was gonna just waste this, that he was just asking people for that. And by the way, I've actually walked back home before for 45 minutes, because once I went to one of my karate sessions, right, and it's where afterwards I actually walked for 45 minutes because the bus did not turn up. So and this was before I started driving, so I just thought, oh, I'll just walk it back home. It did take me 45 minutes, but think about all that amazing exercise I'll be getting on top of doing my sports. So yeah. So if you've got any fake name stories that you use, you can say in the comment section down here if you want to. So yeah, I think that's it. So I'll see you all later on.